Alrighty, we're back and we just launched Baked. Baked is trading at $35 million market cap. We're going to break down Baked. We're going to break down the launch. We're going to show you exactly what happened. I see some unhappy people in the comments. We'll talk about that, why they're unhappy. Also, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about meme coins in general because it's been a rough month for the markets. But meme coins seem to actually be bouncing back okay. I mean, a lot of people said that this correction was going to be the end of meme coins. Meme coins seem to be bouncing back kind of okay-ish relative to everything else. The question is whether this shakeout or this correction will actually shake out meme coins. And if not, what is the future of meme coins? We actually promised you that we're doing a series around the future of meme coins because the meme coin landscape is changing. It's not what it used to be. It's not as easy as it used to be. You can't just make money launching coins as quickly as possible. I'm going to talk to you about that. We're going to talk about celeb meme coins. We're going to talk about sports meme coins. Hopefully Crash will join us as well. We've got a big show today. Lots to talk about. Let's go, guys. Ooh, I see a lot of unhappy people in the chat here. I wonder what the hell they're unhappy about, but we'll get into that. I guess it has something to do with the Baked launch. We'll talk about the Baked launch in a second. Just a reminder, if we are here on Sunday nights, we are running the meme shows. The meme shows are sponsored shows, so remember everything here. We'll obviously disclose all our sponsors to you as and when we present them to you, but the Sunday shows are sponsored shows. Remember also that today we are giving away $50,000 of Baked. So it's just under $50,000. It's actually $51,000 of Baked. What you need to do is you need to go to my Twitter account. So you need to go to my Twitter account over here, and you need to enter your Solana address over here. Now make sure that it's not an exchange address. A lot of you last time, the internet's very, very, very slow here. Anyway, a lot of you last time put in your exchange addresses. It has to be a non-exchange address. If you put an exchange address and the exchange doesn't have Baked listed, generally they're going to take your coins away. So what you need to do is you need to go and drop your sole address over here. I'm going to be giving away the tokens from this account live on the show. There's now it's $53,000 worth of coins. Anyway, let's get into the action of the day. Actually, by the way, before that, first of all, if you haven't already subscribed, just subscribe to the channel. As you can see, this channel is exploding. We won 800,000 subscribers like a month ago. This has been the biggest month for subscribers we've ever had. We've got over 100,000 subscribers this month. We're growing the community. All right, let's get into it because I do see some angry people in the chat. So let's go through the Baked launch and then I want to address anything that you guys are upset about. So first of all, as I said, we did launch Baked today. He's finally live. Just for those of you who don't know, the website for Baked is baketoken.com. And the official Twitter page is @BakedToken. We've tried to get it verified with Twitter, but they're taking their time. Every time they keep telling us there's a delay. So it's @BakedToken.com and @BakedToken on the website. Obviously, when we launched Baked, we had a lot of learnings from GUMMY. And I'll tell you some of the learnings that we had from GUMMY. I don't know if you remember, but when we launched GUMMY, what we did was we sniped a big portion of our own launch, and then we landed up burning those tokens. I did that whole 𝗕𝗔𝗞𝗘𝗗 thing where we landed up burning all the snipe tokens and all the marketing tokens and everything like that. This time we did it slightly different. What we did this time was we actually thought instead of doing a launch where insiders could get the contract code and snipe, because that's the new trend in meme coins is. The old trend in meme coins is that insiders used to get the contract code in advance. And then what they used to do is they used to snipe and they used to beat people. We actually did it very different this time. We went to a platform like Pump.Fund. It's called Degen.Fund. And we actually launched Baked on Degen.Fund. So we didn't do one of those launches where you get the contract address before everybody else. We actually publicly launched the token on this platform called Degen.Fund. Now, what we then did is we posted the Degen.Fund link on the Baked token Twitter on the Baked Twitter before it was actually uploaded to Raydium. So before you could actually start trading it on Raydium, we posted the link here so that everyone would get a fair chance. Everyone would get a fair chance to actually trade this token. So we launched it on this Degen.Fund, which is a Pump.Fund similar website. We then posted the contract code immediately before it even went to Raydium. We posted the contract code onto the Twitter page. That was the process that we followed to make it fair for everyone. Obviously, then it started trading. Okay, then this is when the shit began. So we got sniped, and we got sniped pretty badly. And you can see it if you look. I think if you look here, if you look here at the top traders, you can see that there's one trader that sniped us quite aggressively. The guy put in $9,923 and he sold it for $3 million. Now, this happens a lot. We thought that the best way to do it was to do it on a pump.fund website, because we thought that that's probably the cleanest way to do it, so that we wouldn't be the snipers. We couldn't be accused of sniping. So we went and we launched it on this Degen.Fund. Now, interestingly enough, we did get sniped. That is the sniper wallet over there. And a lot of people accused us of, hey, you sniped your own token, which of course we didn't do. We haven't touched a token. We haven't sniped a token. Eventually, 𝗕𝗙𝗏𝗡, which is a sniping software, came out and said a 𝗕𝗙𝗏𝗡 user, someone who bought and uses their software, just turned 300x, turning 10,000 initial investment into $3 million on Baked. Basically, they came out and they said that's a user of their software, some guy who bought their software, made $3 million sniping Baked. The good news is that if you look at his wallet, at whoever this trader's wallet is, he's pretty much all out of Baked now. So he did snipe, and this is pretty normal. This is pretty normal. People buy into tokens. They snipers snipe tokens. He's out now. We've been watching his wallet. He is out. The truth is, though, that unlike like many other, like every other launch, he was successful. And as much as I hate to fucking admit this, because this guy basically made a lot of money. Whoever's using the software made a lot of money. I actually think that I've heard a lot of good things about this 𝗕𝗙𝗏𝗡 software, but I think it's very expensive. I think it costs like $200,000 or something. But I mean, this guy used the software and actually landed up making $3 million. Anyway, the good news is this dude is out. The token is trading at about a $40 million market cap. From now on, the token is in your hands. Unlike GUMMY, we're not going to kill this token with airdrops. The Baked token, the GUMMY airdrop. With GUMMY, we learned a lot of things. We learned that that the more airdrops you do, the more free tokens people get, the more they're going to dump. And we don't want people dumping the token like they did with GUMMY. So we kind of said, like, with this one, we're not going to do a lot of airdrops. The only airdrops which we're actually doing are the airdrop for the stakers who staked on memestaking.com. And if you did stake on memestaking.com, if you did stake on memestaking.com, there is a link under the show. Now, again, be careful, because there's going to be a lot of links. The only official link is on the Baked token, on the Baked Twitter. And a link which will, or is it already posted on the show, or will it be posted on the show when it's ready?
I'll check up on it.
Okay, you'll check up on it. So the link for the claim portal. Now, again, listen very, 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 very carefully here. There's going to be a lot of people saying that this is the link to get your airdrop back. Do not fall for those links. The only real links for the people who stake their GUMMY will be available on Baked Token at Baked Token Twitter page. That's the only place in the world that you're going to get the Soulstorm claim link for the airdrop. And that airdrop will be live within the next 24 hours, because remember, the GUMMY unstaking only ends at the end of June, which is, depending on where you live, sometime in the next couple of hours. So that is where you're going to get the Soulstorm link. Please be very vigilant out there. Do not fall for scams. We've had a lot of scams. We've had a lot of scams where people's wallets have been drained because people portraying that they're getting free airdrops and whatever else. With Baked, the only way to get an airdrop, so far, the only way to get an airdrop is through the GUMMY staking, or if you open an account on Blowfin, and you trade in that account. You've got to put $100 in that account, and you've got to trade on that account. And that's by using this link over here. You can open that account. You don't need to do KYC. Otherwise, there's no more airdrops, and there won't be any airdrops, because we don't want to make the same mistakes that we made on GUMMY, where we did a whole lot of airdrops and we dropped the thing. So again, let's just quickly recap what happened today. We launched on Degen.Fund, which is a fair launch platform. The idea behind launching on a fair launch platform was that insiders could not snipe the token, and we couldn't get the token address, and the token address was made public to everyone at the same time. We posted the token address live on the Twitter page before it went to Radium, before people could trade. Unfortunately, we did get sniped. Here's the sniper's wallet over here. You can have that wallet tracked. That is the SoulScan link for the sniper. Here is an admission by the people at Peppermint's NFT that one of their users just used their software and managed to turn 300x. Again, probably, I hate saying this, but probably a great fucking advert for their software. I mean, you spend $200 if you, I mean, I don't know how to use it, and to be honest, I've never used it, but I might actually even go and look at their software now. So I hate admitting it, but they managed to snipe, and it's probably been the best advert for them. Yeah, and from now on, as I say, it's onwards and upwards. Baked is launched. It's at @BakedToken on Twitter. It's at @BakedToken on @BakedToken on Twitter. @BakedToken on as a website. And BakedToken.com as the website. And from now, let's see where this token goes. It's effectively a meme coin. The meme coin is in your hands. Go for it. Do what you need to do. Buy, sell, trade, have fun, etc. I'm also happy to take. I see that there are some people here in the chat. Happy to take questions because people are saying. I see some people saying scam. Yeah, if you have. Okay, right. Someone says run the liar. He paid Peppermint. I don't even know the people at Peppermint. I've never spoken to people at Peppermint. I don't own their software. And I think they'll come on and admit it. Let's see. I mean, Jesus, these things are going on. Run is a Peppermint user. I'm definitely not a Peppermint user. I don't have their software. I've never used it. I've never tried it. In fact, it's the second time I've heard of them today. Someone says he may get their software now. I mean, if you are a sniper, I don't have time to snipe, but if you are a sniper, it's probably a thing. Why was it launched early? Because it wasn't supposed to be launched live. The truth is that I don't do the pre-show tweets. It's the interns that do the pre-show tweets, and a certain intern just made an assumption that we're launching live. Obviously, you can't launch a token live. It's too fast. You have to do too many things. You get market makers involved, etc. We do have a market maker involved. We've got a very good market maker involved. We've got 𝗏𝗏𝗡 on our side here. Someone said, run the liar. He paid Peppermint. I mean, I could buy their software. It's $200,000. I don't know if that's part of my strategy. Someone says, release my stake. The stakes will be released. Josh, the stakes are being released when? 31st. Can't be 31st. It's at the end of the 30th. At the end of today, it's going to be released. Because there's no 31st. It's a 30th. Okay, someone says, unfortunately, that went very wrong fast. I don't think so. I think all launches, when all launches get sniped. It's just that not all launches are successful. So sometimes the snipers snipe, but it's not actually successful, right? So I think all tokens get launched. All tokens get sniped, and I think what the snipers do is they snipe, they sell, they snipe, they sell, they snipe, they sell, and every 10 or 100 they snipe, and it actually goes up, and that's when they make their jackpots. And I think that, to be honest, I've heard about this Peppermint software before. I haven't actually looked into it. I hate speaking about them because we're actually giving them an advert, but I mean, amazing for them. Well done to them. They've obviously built a very, very, very good software that actually does work for sniping. And they've, again, I'm glad that also they admitted it, that it is one of their users that sniped, because a lot of people came and said, oh, we sniped our own token. Again, we specifically launched it on one of these sites so that it couldn't be sniped, so that no one would have the contract code, or that everyone would have the contract code at the same time. But Banter Bubbles airdrop, those are GUMMY airdrops. I think there was a schedule printed on Banter Bubbles. Look, I think people are saying sad. Look, every campaign gets sniped, and now it's sniped. The sniper's out, like every other token, and we're free to go. At least now we know we are free to go. There's no more snipe. You can track his wallet. You can literally track his wallet. If you go to Deck Screener and you go to top traders, you can see that's his wallet over there. It's this wallet. Let's see if we can make it so that you guys can see the wallet. So that is the wallet over there. It's this 𝗔𝗢𝗏𝗀𝗡𝗏. This wallet over here, which you can see over here. And as I said, the good news is that you can see he's out. And I think they've also admitted it in the tweet, because they're obviously tracking where their software is used. And you can see that in the tweet, they basically say that he's kind of out. So I think he's got zero. I think you can see at 81.7 million tokens, and he's got unrealized zero. So he's been in and he's been out. Now again, I think most, if not all, tokens get sniped, but not all tokens grow. And that's why the snipers don't make money on all the tokens. But in this case, he did. with the last one, with GUMMY, we actually sniped our own token, and you remember we burnt it. But I guess that now people are saying that that's not the way to launch tokens when insiders get contract codes. And that's why we actually said, let's rather go and do it on an open platform, which is why we spoke about doing it on pump.fun. We spoke about doing it on other platforms. We landed up doing it on Degen.Fund, which was sorry, I'm seeing a lot of comments here. Just one sec. 1 second. Josh, do we have our guests here yet? Okay, so we have our guests here. Who's here today?
Crash and Panzer.
Okay, amazing. Okay, cool. So anyway, I think I see there's still some people that don't get exactly what happened, but I guess we explained to them very nicely what happened. People are saying that the market cap started at 55 million. Again, we just launched it. Guys, we launched it on this website. Here it is. You can see. We launched it on, no, this is not the right one. There is one here. See, people launched a whole lot of fake baked tokens, but we launched it on this platform, which means we could not have had the contract code. That's why you have these platforms. That's why these are fair launch platforms, so that no one could have the contract code before everybody has the contract code. No one. It's not possible. That's why we have these kind of platforms, to make the launches more fair. And as I say, we got sniped. This bastard made $3 million off us, but he's gone. And now we onwards and upwards. And the truth is that we will have a lot. We will have this guy's out there. Will be a lot more launches, and the big launches is where the snipers end up making money, and the smaller ones are just in and out. Okay. Anyway. All right, so someone says, we don't care about sniping. You lied on your X account. Yes, there was an intern who said we're launching it live, but the minute that we did launch it, we posted it on the Bake token account, and I retweeted it. So, you just need to be paying attention. So you guys, for those who are upset that we didn't actually put the profits into their hands, you need to be doing your work, my friends. You need to be doing your work. Anyway, so let's get. So that's Baked. I think Baked's going to go to the moon. Lots going to happen on Baked. I'm glad the sniper's out the way. I'm glad we can now go to the moon, etc. Remember, if you want to win some Baked, just go to my Twitter, drop your Solana address. We'll be sending some Baked to people who've dropped their Solana address. We'll be doing it during the show. We're going to get into the next part of the show, which is, for me, the future of meme coins, because I want to know what the future of meme coins is. One thing I know for sure is that the old style meme coin isn't going to work. All these millions and millions and millions of launches that happened just aren't working anymore. And so it feels to me like we are getting into a new generation of meme coins. And I need to know what that new generation of meme coins is. Is it celebrity coins? Is it sports coins, which actually land up replacing sports betting? Are meme coins going to replace sports betting? Is it celebrity coins? As you know, I was in LA now, and there was a lot of celebrity coin talk. I actually landed up meeting Jason Derulo. And yeah, had a brief conversation about the token, but probably going to talk a lot more about his token and see what it is. Is it celebrity coins? Is it a new type of meme coins? Is it Politify coins? We had the presidential debates this week, and in the presidential debates this week, I think we saw Biden embarrassing himself, and there's a new kind of meme coin out there now, which is, who's going to be the next president? Is it going to be Obama, which is Michelle Obama, or is it going to be Newsom? Like a lot of people are speculating here. So we're going to be talking about all of that. I do want to remind you that the Sunday shows are sponsored. Today we've got amazing sponsors. Our first sponsor is, I love these guys. Look, this is probably the most resilient community in the world. It's the LFGO community. I've loved these guys ever since I saw them a long time ago. The reason why I love it is it's so memeable that they can create any character. They can create characters from pretty much anyone. And they do. Every time someone goes into the news, they create another character. This community is hell of a resilient. They were rugged by their dev initially. And they carried on rebuilding, and they carried on rebuilding, and they carried on rebuilding. And this is, for me, one of the most resilient and strongest communities in the world. And they churn out their content very, very fast. And I like them. So 6,000 holders, if I'm not mistaken. Price not doing so well today. But again, I think that, you want to talk about resilient meme communities. This is a very, very, very resilient meme community. One of our sponsors here on a Sunday night. Without any further ado, let's talk about the future of meme coins. That's what we promised you. And I've got our guests here. Guests, how are you guys?
Good to be here. Doing great.
We promised the guys that we're going to talk about the future of meme coins. I'm super excited to talk about the future of meme coins. I've just come back from LA. in LA. All the hype is celebrity coins. And I think we need to dig deep into the future of meme coins. I'm glad I've got the two of you guys with me. I've just experienced, we just launched Baked. We got sniped, as you guys saw, by this peppermint. I don't know who some user of this peppermint software. You're smiling. Why are you smiling, sir?
I mean, everyone wants fair launch. And what fair launch means is that you give technology a fair chance to snipe you, right? So like you can't have it both ways. People complain that you get the code early and that you're buying your own coin, and then you do a fair launch. I mean, it's the same thing that happened in NFTs. 2021 NFTs, everybody bitched and moaned about what they wanted, and then all of a sudden you get a fair launch, and let's face it, a bot and technology is more often going to win. And like you said, I was laughing just because you can't please everybody, and the fact that you've tried it both ways, and like, hey, so they're out now, so now it just
can I ask you a question?
So
can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
And be honest with me. Be honest with me, because I'm learning every day. Is there something that I could have done better? Now I just want to go one step back. When we launched Gummy, we thought we were going to get sniped by technology, so we launched it where we had the contract code first, right? And then we sniped our own token, and then we landed up holding our own token in these doxed sniped wallets, and then I burnt all the tokens. I literally just burnt all the tokens. But I got a lot of criticism for insiders having the contract code early. So then what I did was I said, okay, well then let's make sure the insiders don't have the contract code early, and let's just launch it on a publicly traded platform. Let's just go to a public platform, launch it on a public platform, and that way no one can ever accuse Banter or Banter insiders or whatever else of doing this. And I guess we got sniped, and now there's a lot of criticism for getting sniped. So question is, we're here talking about the future of meme coins. What is the future? Like, how should we launch coins to be more fair to retail? Or is this the most fair way?
Here's the truth is, regardless of what you do, people are going to be mad. People are going to have shit to say. So what ultimately matters is that you do what is going to create the ultimate success, because at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. So, people, I remember they complained about 𝗕𝗘𝗄 blacklisting early buyers. They complained about Brett having a whitelist. And these two things were done to actually advance the project and make them more successful. So people can complain, but look at the market caps. Those are the two most successful meme coins of this cycle, right? So there's always controversy, especially the more successful a coin is. That means a lot of people missed out on the coin, right? And they saw it, do these face melting gains. So even if you make an incredible success, people are still going to complain. So then really it just becomes creating a method in which you bring the most people up with you. And if you can do that, then yeah, you're going to have the haters, you're going to have the shit talkers, but you're going to have a lot of people who are up money. And that's the number one thing, because that's the thing, right? Meme coins are community tokens. So as long as you have a vibrant community of like a lot of people who are making money and they're happy, then they have your back. You're good.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, look, we're obviously going to work hard as we can to make these meme coins like a huge success. But I'm just like thinking, I didn't expect to get all this hate for doing a fair launch. And to be honest, I was actually stressing before we came on the show, because before we came on the show, I didn't know who sniped it. And so I thought, shit, who sniped this thing? I'm super glad that this tweet came out, because that tweet was like, look, we're not like, to be honest, I heard about this software once before. And like everyone said to me, these guys are like the best sniping software, but I don't actually snipe shit. So I don't actually use the software. Do you guys use this thing? I mean, do you guys use software like this?
I know of them from NFT sniping. They had a pretty big reputation, like the spring of 2022, for NFT sniping, right? As soon as a mint would go live, they would actually be minting directly from contract, and they would mint out the project before anybody could do it on a dApp or on a website. So like, I'm familiar with them from that standpoint. I mean, the tweet's a good part. I mean, to answer your question, you said like, what could you do differently? I mean, ultimately a fair launch to kind of counteract that is like, now the community has to buy up what was actually, what was sniped and resold. And then the question just becomes how you continue to build. So I think like the weird part about it is you almost need that like alpha group on a fair launch, even if you're not doing it with an alpha group launch, right? Because you need the alpha group to buying right with the sniper, because if the sniper is not getting that early token. Like there's really nothing you can do as far as when the contract comes out. So the question now just becomes how strong are people at buying the dip and then kind of weeding that through as they go. And every coin, every NFT project that I know of, you have that peak and you have that dip. And the question is, do you survive this? Or do you tank off?
Yes, I get it. So I guess now I'm glad the guy is out now. Let's put it that way. I'm glad that the wallet's out. I mean, I think if there were other snipers, they probably would have dumped already. So I guess that now it's saying kind of like the guy's in and out. And I don't know, my understanding is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is it happens with every single launch, or not every single launch, but every single highly anticipated launch, that it gets sniped. And I mean, the snipers generally lose, or make little bit until they catch a big fish every now and then. Is my understanding correct?
I would recommend not having a highly anticipated launch. Keep it low key and let it grow, and people will catch on. And I think that's the move, bro.
So you're saying that maybe don't ever announce that you're launching, and then kind of like launch, and then tell people later, hey guys, we launched a coin a week ago, and now.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's the thing, if a coin's been out for a week, that means anyone in the world could have bought it. That's fair, right? Like actually, before you announced it, they had an entire week to scan the blockchain, find something without you saying anything. This is just free game. Anyone could have found it. Anyone could have bought it. That's fair.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, look, I'm glad he's out the way now. Now the real work begins. And I'm glad we've had this discussion because I think that, again, this is something that people need to know about. We're talking about the future of meme coins. The future of meme coins is also how do we launch meme coins to be more fair? And I think, Crash, you make an interesting point. One way to launch it is to be really, really, really quiet. Launch the meme coin, don't make a noise, keep it on the down low. And then later announce, hey guys, we launched a coin, and kind of build momentum slowly up. I guess if you're going to be high profile, like a celebrity or like a big channel, and you're going to launch, then I kind of guess that you just have to accept the fact that you're going to be sniped. And I mean, I don't know, maybe one way is to actually buy this fucking software, which, I hate the fact that I'm telling people that this is good software because this is the software that sniped us. But I mean, what's it? If you can't beat them, join them. I don't know. What's the right word here?
But they're showing you a tweet. They're showing you a tweet of a win with $10,000 investment. How many $10,000 investments they put into how many shit coins a day that they make $0.0 off of, right? Like we have to be very careful. And like, that's a beautiful advertisement for the software, but I would love to see that person's account and how many times they've sniped. Cause even while the show's going, like you can look at how many other baked coins even launched. Yes. They buy $10,000 worth of every one of these Bitcoins that were all trying to piggyback off of your, so like they might have put in $400,000 to make the $3 million, which is still a nice win, but nobody hears about that. And they probably lose day over day.
I agree
on that sniping, right?
I agree. So they're advertising their wins, but they're not actually advertising their losses, which is, I mean,
that's the crypto mantra, right? Isn't that what everybody?
Yes.
Everybody only shows their snapshot of their wallet whenever they're up. No one shows that the fact that they've already launched. They've jumped into how many meme coins. But I think the other point of that is like launching early. But the other piece of it is like I mean, I don't have anything to do with baked on that side, right? I learned about it today. But I will say, like the website you guys have, the way that the flow is pretty damn cool.
Oh, I lost you.
Of like letting people discover the website, discover like kind of the flow that you guys have built already out there, and then kind of grow into it, because everyone right now just want 10x within the first 30 minutes of the launch, get out, and then they want to be the sniper, they don't want to be sniped, and you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I mean, I must say I have been following a lot of tokens, and they have all been they all have been sniped exactly. And again, I think the guys have put in some good work there. All right, let's talk about. So I think number one, I think we've kind of dug into how the future of launching meme coins. Let's talk about, and I guess there's no right way or wrong way. The whole industry is learning. As I say, we did one where we sniped our own tokens. We landed up burning $12 million live worth of tokens to get rid of the snipe tokens because we didn't want to be holding snipe tokens. Two, we did it this way on a public launch platform. We got sniped. Crash has given us some good advice here of maybe keep it quiet and start from zero momentum and maybe go up. Cool. Let's talk about actual meme coins. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I'm actually really bored of fucking meme coins, to be honest. Like, Even like 𝗕𝗙𝗧, which for me was a very fucking good meme. The meme coin, went up and went down very, very, very quickly. Very, very, very few tokens are actually standing the test of time. Now, I want to put a disclaimer here. Like, as 𝗓𝗓, I think, keeps saying, the biggest meme on every chain is going to do really well. And it has almost become the mascot for the chain. And like 𝗓𝗓 says, Brett almost has become the mascot for base chain. I think it's very hard to deny that. 𝗕𝗚𝗙𝗊, I guess you could say, has become a mascot for ETH. It's not really, but I guess you know what I'm saying. Ponky is 𝗓𝗓's bet for the mascot on Solana, and I've had some chats with the Ponky team, and to be honest, I kind of agree with him. A resistance dog, Telegram. But what happens beyond the one token on every chain? Like, what happens beyond that? What are the next kind of memes? Like, I mean, why I ask is because, I mean, I just went to LA. Celebrity meme coins are now, they're going to become a big thing. It's going to be big. It really, really is going to be big. You can feel it as soon as a celebrity does it right? Like, as soon as a celebrity does it right, I think that those will become very, very, very big. But what's the future? Are we just going to keep launching 1 billion tokens a day and just hope that one of them becomes big? 𝗓𝗓, I'd love to hear your view here.
So you have the number 1, and you're always going to have the number 2, and you're always going to have the number 3. And the higher up you are in the rankings, the more market share you're going to account for, right? So it's just like you have Nike, you have Adidas, you have Reebok, you have Puma. And then once you get down to the 70th shoe company, we don't even know who that is anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your goal is to try and get into what's going to be the top 3, top 5 of a chain. But ideally, right, you want to be number 1 if you can be, right? And then number 2. So that's the way I see it. It's all a competitive market trying to get to the top. And if you're in the 100th coin, the 50th ranked coin, good luck. It's going to be very hard to, 1, stand the test of time, and 2, to account for any market share, because all the market share pretty much goes to the top coins. If you go and look at the top 10 meme coins right now,
mm-hmm.
they make up for around, over 80% of the entire market share for meme coins. So think about that. 80% of the money flow into meme coins is in the top 10 meme coins. That means 20% is outside of the top 10. So think about that. You have tens and tens of thousands of projects fighting for just 20% of the market share, yet 80% of it is just in the top 10. So that's kind of how I see it, is if you're not in the top 10, you got to be finding something that you're confident can make it into the top 10. Otherwise, your chances of surviving are incredibly low.
Okay, so
which is why I think you have,
mm-hmm.
I mean, I think one of the things you have to think about there is what is the future of like tokenomics game theory within a meme coin, and then what does it mean to go in cross chain, right, or multi chain with multiple aspects of a project, right? We haven't seen meme coins. We've seen NFP project drops meme coins. We haven't seen meme coins do a great job. Like, how can meme coins that aren't the top 3 in a chain start to attract artists, start to attract, the non-fungible side of the house, and then even true utility? Like, to me, this is where I look at, like, we're going to get celebrity ones. We're going to get the political ones are still going to exist. But what can you build beyond that are going to add new access points? Like, so for me, if you're not in those top 3, what is the tokenomics that are being built around these other meme coins? Because I think that's the only way they're going to compete with those that are outside that top 3.
Okay, so hold on. So you said a lot of things, and I want to dig into it one by one. So 𝗓𝗓, question. When you're looking for, I get that we've got the number 1 on base. Okay, so number 1 on base is Brett. Now,
but even just think about Doge and 𝗕𝗔, right? Sorry to cut you off, but okay, everyone thinks, okay, damn, Doge just hit 80 billion. So there's got to be a second dog coin that should hit half as much as Doge, right? And that was 𝗕𝗔. It hit 40 billion. And then you have people who are going to be like, well, okay, 𝗕𝗔 hit 40 billion. So the third dog coin, it should hit half as much as 𝗕𝗔, or a quarter as much as 𝗕𝗔. And so it kind of just, the value gets lower and lower and lower the more you work your way down the ladder. And so that's kind of how I see meme coins, is can you be,
okay. So hold on a second. So what I'm trying to understand, and I'm going quite deep here tonight, because I kind of want to cut the bullshit and the hype, and I want to actually get into, like, I want to come out of this with like real fucking fundamentals. So I understand why you selected Brett as your mascot on base. Why? He's part of that whole 𝗕𝗚𝗓 Brett Matt Fury series. He's a cute character, very, very strong community. I'd even argue to say that the FUD that was brought out against it was, that there was too many big whale holders in the beginning. But I kind of guess that if there weren't too many big whale holders in the beginning, there's no way the market cap could have got to where the market cap got to. And actually, as much as maybe people hate the fact that there were a lot of big whale holders, maybe that is all we need for the success of a meme coin. Like maybe the success of a meme coin is that in the beginning, it's just held by a whole lot of strong hands that aren't going to sell. Maybe. I'm not saying that that's the right way. I'm saying maybe. But if I were now looking for another narrative on base, so would you then say something like, okay, every chain needs a dog? Or how do I, we kind of know Pepe, Brett, Andy, we kind of know that those ones are pretty good. But how do you go to the next one? Like, how do you go, what's next? Like, if you were now going to look for another meme on Brett on base, and I'm using base as an example, it can be Solana, base, ETH, what are you looking for next?
So if you are to look for what's next, then you would think, okay, you want to look for, like you said, the number one dog coin on base, the number one cat coin on base. Then you want number one. Like you don't want to be number 2 or 3 or 4. You just go for number 1. And if you fall short of number 1, at least you're falling in 2, 3, 4. But if you're messing around with 10 plus, rank 10 plus, like good luck. Right now, if you're in the number 10 cat coin on base, well, first off, base is a ecosystem that's not even that big yet. So you're the 10th coin on a smaller ecosystem. Like you're literally nothing, right? So yeah, you got to be focused on number 1. But the way I see it too, though, is just, at the current moment, am I that interested in a dog coin on base? Personally, not that much. Now, could something come around that just makes so much sense that I'm just like, yeah, this is a hit, like this works? Because at the end of the day, we know what works. Like Doge works, SHIB works, Pepe works. So you need to find things that have the similar characteristics of those and that give people a lot of confidence that this thing that I'm buying is going to continue higher. Whereas what happens with 99% of meme coins, you buy it, and once the green candles stop or a little bit of volume slows down, you think, oh, is that it? Okay, I'm out. And then bam, it's over,
Okay, so what do we do? So you're saying, okay, look, maybe a dog's not that interesting on base, maybe a cat's not that interesting on base. Walk me in your head. What is your thinking in terms of what is interesting now? Like, I know you've mentioned that you're buying and you have bought, and you've been quite vocal about the fact that you've bought all of these. Like, what in your head? What are you looking for as the next one?
Yeah. So, I mean, I have ideas what could be another one, but ultimately, like, I don't force it. The market, it's got to give me the opportunity where I see it and I jump out of bed and I say, oh, that's it. Like, that is the one, and if I don't get that feeling, man, personally, I don't get out of bed. I keep what I have. And so, I've went months without adding, an infinity stone to the portfolio, but that's fine, because to be honest, if infinity stones came around every day, they wouldn't be, valuable.
So let me ask you,
so scarce.
Let me ask you, like, just as a matter of interest, and fans, I'm coming to you next, but like 𝗥𝗏 was like the biggest fucking meme on TikTok for like a week. I mean, don't quote me. Maybe it was a week, maybe it's not a week or whatever. But 𝗥𝗏 was like a very, very, very big meme coin, right? A very big meme. But the meme coin didn't do very well. Now, what did your spidey senses tell you about whether it was or wasn't going to do well and why?
Yeah, so just because something's funny doesn't directly translate into market cap, right? Or going high. We've seen so many funny coins that are at 0, so many cute coins that are at 0. So I see a lot of people say, well, if the meme doesn't make me laugh, I don't want it. Well, okay, did Doge make you laugh? Maybe a little at first. Did SHIB make you laugh? I bet you SHIB didn't make anyone laugh. Did 𝗏𝗀𝗡 make anyone laugh? I bet you that didn't make anyone laugh. Like, so many of the top coins actually don't make anybody laugh. But it's because there's some fundamentals about it that give people confidence that that thing is going to continue higher. So funniness and cuteness are not the top reasons to be buying into something. So 𝗥𝗏 is funny. You could even say the girl is cute. Okay.
She's very cute.
But
she's not, look, hold on. Let's just get something straight. She's not cute. She's fucking beautiful.
Depends on your taste, bro. But
Crash. When you grow up and you hit puberty, then I think you'll feel the same way.
Dude, I got a bad bitch around me right now. You want me to bring her on the camera? No, I'm serious though. Here's the thing. Funniness and cuteness don't translate into value. Now, those are nice things to have. Those are cool. But at the end of the day, like I said, you know, what really works is you say like, okay, Coca-Cola is at, you know, X market cap. Therefore, I think this is the second best drink in the world right here. And this is going to be right there with Coca-Cola. And that is where people can have confidence in comparing the values of things. Because if you think this thing is just as good as Coke, then you're going to have confidence that the value of it should be similar, or that it should get to at least half or a quarter, right? So that is the thing. Now, let's say there was a very funny meme in the world. Give me something that's hilarious. I don't know. What's another
Joe Biden.
funny thing?
Joe Biden debating. Hilarious.
Okay, let's say for some reason that was at a $3 billion market cap and it was getting like, you know, 1 million views a day or X amount of views a day. Then you could make a comparison and say, well, 𝗕𝗄𝗧 is funnier than that, and it's getting actually more views every day. And because it's funnier, it's getting more views. Therefore, we can make a case that 𝗕𝗄𝗧 should be more valuable than that. But you can't, because there's no funny coin. There's no cute coin like that is similar to 𝗕𝗄𝗧 that is done incredibly well. So what you need is either a case study or a proof of holding value to then compare to get the value as a ratio of that thing, right? So yeah, if there is a mama 𝗕𝗄𝗧, and I mean that as like a mother coin, you know, as the main coin, that 𝗕𝗄𝗧 could actually peg its value to, right, and become a ratio of a more successful coin. That's where it could actually maintain a better value. But there just isn't, you know, a coin like that that's currently held up its value. And so
okay, so
yeah,
let me ask you a question. And again, I've been traveling, so I've been a little bit out of touch. But you said here that 𝗕𝗓𝗘𝗍𝗍, 𝗏𝗏, resistance dog, except there's one missing. I can feel it. Don't miss the last one. What's the last one? Or have you not announced the last one yet?
I don't know what the last one is yet, you know, but I can feel something, man. I can feel by what you feel. I can feel by what you feel that you know exactly what it is, bro. That's what you think, man. But I'm someone who I have been tapping into astrological powers recently, and astrology tells me that for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be going through a more difficult period. So I'm waiting for this difficult period to pass for me. And I have a feeling by the end of the tunnel that I will be enlightened, and that, you know,
I want to show you. I want to show you. Since you went there, I want to show you quickly. I want to quickly take you there because you went there, not me. But I don't know if you know the last crypto person that relied on astrology. I don't know if you remember her. Her name is Maren Altman. Do you remember Maren Altman, who relied on astrology for her calls? This is Maren, and she made a whole lot of. You remember her, right?
Price, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
and she got wrecked because she relied on astrology. So I'm just there were articles.
Okay, here's the thing. Astrology is complementary to what I do, because I'm already solid as fuck without astrology. So when I can just add that on top of me, you know, it's a good mix.
Yes.
So I think you need every advantage you can get, man.
Fenzo,
that it doesn't hurt.
Fenzo, what do you think, bro? Like I'm looking. I understand how Crash is thinking about this. I'm trying to think from yours. There's 10,000 coin launches every fucking day. How do you get in? Is it? Let me ask you. Is it a game of insiders? Is it a game of like if the right people phone you? Because like, you know, with IDOs and token launches, it's like a game of like, you know, if like certain funds phone you, you get in, and if like other funds phone you, you don't get in. You know, like there's. Yep. Is that what it is?
I think there still is. I mean, I still think there's part. I mean, and you know, and that's kind of that makes it hard for, you know, technically external growth, right? I think, you know, part of what Crash was talking about too. I think we have to think about the idea of cultural association with a meme versus something that is funny right now, right? 𝗕𝗄𝗧 is funny right now, but we haven't seen, you know, there isn't a celebrity or let's just say an instant created meme that has lasted more than a couple of months, if we even have a couple of months in this space, right? So like, if you're looking for the next 𝗕𝗓 or the next 𝗏𝗏, that's not where your focus should be, right? 𝗕𝗓 and 𝗏𝗏 from an innovation perspective and what they're truly we're building and mining and truly what they're building now, that's a whole different game, which is why I keep, you know, I feel like a broken record, but I always tie it back to, like, I look for devs that are going to out dev and really create some really dynamic tokenomics. And then that's where I'm betting on, because I'm focused on what's the long-term play of the next chain, right? What's the net long-term play of the next, you know, coin that's coming out. That's why, like, you know, I'm bullish on 𝗕𝗓𝗘𝗏 coin with the base blockchain, right? They just went into their phase 2 test net. They're going to come out on mainnet in July, right? We're going to have mainnet, a layer 1 ZK-LLM that is built via a meme coin, right? Pepe coin, the meme coin, which was technically launched, prior to the other Pepe, is being facilitated via a meme token, but it is innovating and creating a privacy smart contract AI blockchain that is going to impact AI across the board. How many other meme coins, like when I'm looking at meme coins now, right? You have what Ton's doing, right? You have Link. I like what Link is doing, right? There's some underlying innovation happening underneath some of these coins. They're going to be the next, I would look at the next blue chips versus some of these ones that are going to make you 10, 20, 100x in the short term. So like, I guess my attention is not towards what's being launched today. My attention is being what's been launched in the last 6 months, where the devs are based and they're building something that's kind of bigger than what the actual meme is today.
So when you say something bigger than the meme is actually today, like, and I want to talk about Brett, because Brett for me is the ultimate. Brett right now is, it's a meme coin. It's totally a meme coin. It doesn't have any utility as far as I'm aware today. What's the future? Do you have to now introduce, the
utility is the price going up. The utility is that every holder in Brett almost is in profit today, right? Whereas every other meme coin, the holders are down and losing money. So that is a negative utility. That's Brett's utility. People are happy. And ultimately, if you ask people, what do you want? A privacy, washing machine, or do you want a thing that you're actually up on and profiting on, that you have a optimistic future outlook for, that it's going to continue to do well for XYZ reasons. So Brett has it, man, and whereas others just don't.
So
price go up as a utility is such a short-term framework, right? Price go up as a utility only gets us so far. And like, how do you onboard people into Brett that aren't in at that early rate, right? I do believe things like staking, right? Things like, kind of that cross-bridge airdropping that we've seen, like it's not easy, right? We've seen, like, I mean, what you're seeing with Blast right now, I think is a perfect example of, you could be innovative, you could drop a token, you could have some kind of version of mechanics in the back end, but if you don't understand game theory and tokenomics, you're not going to expand that ecosystem. You saw it with GUMMY, right? Like what airdrops does to a network. So like, I think you asked about the future. I think right now there's the ones like Brett that don't need any of that other utility. They can just sit there, refresh the charts. I believe the future of meme coins are meme coins that are thinking much larger when it comes to utility, staking, the ability to onboard, like buying and selling art, buying and selling things with their token.
But you see, I'm torn here, because I think the minute you insert utility, then the problem is that the utility has to be. So let's talk about. I'm using Brett as an example, but Brett's got a $1.5 billion fully diluted valuation. The minute that they introduce a utility, the utility has to be valued bigger than $1.5 billion. Otherwise, the market looks at the utility and says, "No, hold on, the utility is not worth $1.5 billion. Dump the token." And that's why I'm torn here, because on the one hand, if I look at meme coins, most of them didn't make it from one cycle to the next cycle unless they introduced utility, aka Doge, SHIB, etc. But on the other hand, the minute you introduce utility, people are going to look at your utility and go, no, this, let's say you introduced a sniper bot. Unless the sniper bot was this fucking peppermint sniper bot, people will look at the sniper bot and say, hold on, this is not worth 1.5 billion. And this is what I'm worried about. Like, do memes remain just memes? And if they do remain just memes, what keeps them relevant? Because I don't think Brett as a character is going to be relevant in one cycle. And I don't think that the number can continue to go up for one cycle. So, Crash, I'm keen to hear your view here.
Okay. So Pepe, for example, is the most used meme in crypto internet culture, really. So the speculative upside there is that because this is the most used meme and it's racking up millions of views due to people actually using the meme, that is the value. Because if you have 365 days in a year times, let's say 8 million views, how many views is that? That's 2.4 billion views in a year, I think, right? That's value, because views equal attention, and
where are these views? Crash, where are these views?
Every day you can go on Twitter and you can look up Pepe, and you'll see people posting Pepe memes, not just on Twitter, but on YouTube, on Reddit,
Yes.
on forums. Pepe is everywhere. And so Brett also is, I'm seeing, Reddit forums popping up on Brett. I see Brett being used all over Twitter. Every single day I log into Twitter and people are posting Brett memes. People are posting Brett. So think about that. How many views
let me
did Brett
ask you a
rack up
question.
today?
Let me ask you specifically a question around Brett. Are there no licensing issues? Now, I know that the writer of the original comics loves the memes, comments about the memes and stuff like that. But I mean, does someone not own the trademark IP? I don't know what you call it. Trademark IP license. I don't know what the thing is of Brett, of Pepe, of Andy. I mean, am I missing something here?
Pepe is CCO.
So for Pepe, for example, I know they gave Matt some supply, which I'm pretty sure he dumped it, right?
Yeah,
and that was kind of their green light. So you can definitely get the green light. We may not know, actually, maybe behind the scenes there is a green light, maybe there isn't, right? So this is all kind of extra stuff that at the end of the day, a token is on a blockchain, kind of, it is just there. And I saw Andrew Kang made a tweet about how some of these tokens, could have the licensing issues, but yet it'll still kind of be unstoppable if people around the world get behind it regardless, because you can't really take back what's already on chain and what is already vibrant and has people behind it, And so even if something were to get the disapproval, right?
Big IP got taken down in NFTs. I mean, Lego went after multiple NFT collections that dropped with Lego characters using Lego character. I think Pepe is different, right? It's CCO. It's a common license. He wanted the idea of the meme is what Matt wanted it to be taken off, right? Yes, the tokens were sent, but the idea of it being common used is what's out there. But some of the other ones where people are using things that do have trademark and do have IP, I would be more concerned on those. Brett is a little different, but I also think we have to remember, how do you compete with the likes of Brett on Based, right? Like that was your question earlier, Rand, right? And I think that's where utility comes in. Like, yes, the top three where they don't need utility right now because they have that evaluation. But if you're like a 𝗏𝗏𝗡 or you're like I have a pretty large base portfolio, it's hard for them to capture attention right now. So the question then becomes, what are you doing different that no one else on Base is doing? And I do believe things like staking, things like tokenomics, things like burn to earn, certain things are going to have to be integrated in there, or the top three will just continue to separate and we'll just live like we have on pretty much all the other chains. So
do you think that the future might be in like, do you think the future might be in things like what Pudgy Penguins did with toys in, was it Walmart or Target or stuff like that? All right, guys, I want to
Walmart and Target.
I want to jump into the next part, which is celebrity coins, and I really want to speak about this. But just before we do, I just want to give some love to one of our sponsors. As you guys know, the Sunday shows are, of course, sponsored shows. Our second sponsor on this show is Pepe. I don't know. I kind of love this token. It's the Chinese Pepe. They call this the Chinese version of Pepe. You can see that this chart is once again back on the fucking rise. It went down and it went straight back up. These guys have been very, 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 very fucking active. Their artwork is absolutely, absolutely amazing. I don't know. I love this meme, and they've got a lot of big community behind them. Partnerships with exchanges, partnerships with market makers. So to me, this is a good one. Actually, now that I have you both here, this is one of our sponsors. Like, I like this. Interested to hear what your thoughts are here. I mean, you've had one on Base. We've now got a Chinese version of it. Any thoughts?
So, I mean, after I was on your show a month ago, right, and they were a sponsor, I went in and listened to a couple of their Twitter spaces just for from the community perspective. I was impressed with what their community was doing as far as community vibes and energy. I do think there's an untapped, Asian market is when it comes to what meme coins exist. I think the question then becomes, how do you distribute in that arena? But I was impressed with what they were doing as far as a community perspective, and listening into a couple of their Twitter chats for sure.
They got 20,000 holders and a $100 million market cap. So I mean, look, they've done very well. You can see that they've grown pretty well. They've done pretty well. So you got to take your hat off to any meme coin that can do this and then do this. Like that to me is the ultimate of all the meme coins. When you can come down and your community brings you back up again, that's the thing. All right, listen, we've got 10 minutes left, and I really want to spend some time talking about celebrity coins. I think I'm going to start off by saying I think that they could be fucking amazing if celebrities use them in the right way. And again, I don't think celebrity coins are meme coins. I think classing celebrity coins with meme coins is a mistake. A meme is a meme, and a meme is a meme because it's usually not related to the behavior of any individual. Or maybe it is, but it's a meme. Celebrity coins are fan coins to me. When I look at a celebrity coin, I think a celebrity coin for me is a fan coin. But I just haven't seen a good application of a fan coin. And I'll say this. Kudos to Iggy, who is keeping the mother token alive and keeping it over $60 million. At least she hasn't abandoned Twitter. At least she hasn't abandoned us. You could kind of say kudos to Andrew Tate as well for keeping Daddy alive. And I'm going to say kudos to Jason Derulo for trying his best, despite everything that he's gone through, to keep Jason alive. And I think he has good intentions. I actually met him, and I think he really has good intentions for the token. I don't know what the background is. As I said, I've been out of touch for the last week. I know there was something about, I don't know, maybe clusters of launches. I don't want to get into it. But big question, big question. Is this a thing?
I don't think it's, once again, do any of those have a chance to make it into the top 10 meme coins, top 20? Not really. Maybe Daddy by Tate, maybe, depending on how serious he's taken, doing that. But I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen, there's a fan coin on me, and I have way less followers than Jason Derulo, yet the market cap of the fan coin on Crash is at double the market cap of Derulo. So once again, just because you have all these followers doesn't directly translate into value. Because me, as someone with, I don't know, I think Jason Derulo has 60 million followers. Dude,
he's got 35 million on YouTube. That I can tell you.
And I think that's crazy. And I think on TikTok or Instagram, another 59 million. So, I mean, how many more followers does he have? Yet his market cap on that coin is 2 times less than on me. I mean, I have 100K on YouTube and 160K on Twitter,
But hold on. Maybe you know how to play the meme coin game better than him in terms of distribution, in terms of what works. He's a singer, he's a performer. You're a meme coin expert. He's a performer. Now, I think we should encourage the performers to come here and bring their 60 million people into crypto, because I think that's good for all of us. But the question is, what do we want them to do? So let me ask you this. Let's actually frame the discussion like this and say, look, I think that it's a very, very, very good idea to get celebrities with big followings to come into crypto, providing they're coming into crypto to do the right thing. Now, what is the right thing? The right thing is adding value to your follower base. The right thing is not ragging. The right thing is not having hidden, sniped accounts. The right thing is probably doing a fair launch and not doing a launch where insiders have contract codes and stuff like that. So that's, for me, the first thing is, how do we get celebrities to come in here? How do we get big celebrities to bring hundreds of millions of people into crypto? And then what do we get them to do with their token? So and maybe let's ask like this. If right now Jason Derulo came to you and he said to you, look, I need help on my token, what would you advise him to do to get the token right, under the assumption that he has the right intentions, under the assumptions that everything's transparent, he has the right intentions, he wants to get this shit working? How would you, if you were the advisor, if you were the project manager on this token, what utility would you add? Would you add utility? What would you do?
I mean, the first question you have to ask him is, why does he even want to have a token? Right? Okay. Because let's face it, and then the other question we have to ask ourselves is, what percentage of Jason Derulo's audience has a wallet or has the desire to create a wallet? Less than 1% would be the guess of his audience that actually has a wallet, right?
But,
so what's in it for Jason Derulo
hold on. Let's go back. Let's not think like that, because there is an opportunity we want more people in blockchain, right? That's what we want. Okay, now he's saying, look, I'm happy to bring you. I've got 50 million people. Help me. That's pretty much what Jason Derulo is saying.
If he's not incentive, if it's all that extra work and headache, and what's his incentive for doing it, right? I'm a huge fan of the creator economy, right? The idea of rising tide lifts all boats, right? So if your favorite band launched a token and you were able to buy that token, and as that band got more popular, the value of what you bought increases, I am bullish as all hell. But I believe that it has to be incentivized for the artist to actually get into it. and the amount of work and legwork, like onboarding, helping creating wallets, troubleshooting, customer support, that's a shitload, right? Like, let's be clear, like those celebrities that you mentioned earlier, they're like press a button on pump and let's hope that my name and my B-list celebrity level pump something up, right? They're not thinking about like, what if I was able if you are a top 3% holder, you get into 2 of my concerts a year for free.
Okay,
and I have
hold
a
on.
VIP section.
Now you're
like, to
talking.
me, that's
Now you're talking. Let's just say the following. Let's say that I'm 𝗕𝗓𝗏 and you are who you are, and you say, and I say to you, listen, I'm in crypto now. I want to be here for good. I want to bring my 60 million people into crypto. I've launched the coin. The coin's trading at a $20 million market cap. I'm willing to do anything that you want me to do to get this token price up. Okay. And the first question you asked me is why? And I guess the answer is because there's something here, and I think we can use this as a fan token. And this is a place for me to make my fans more loyal. Because if I can mix a combination of number go up with good singing or good footballing or good baseballing, then I've got the ultimate combination. Do you agree on that? Like if we can create, if a celebrity comes here and says, hold on, why are you doing a token? I'm doing this because if I can mix number go up with good singing, it's better than just number go up like Brett. And I again, I'm a big holder of Brett and I love Brett. I'm just saying there must be something there, but what would you say he should do? I'll tell you, I gave him a couple of ideas, and I'll be pretty open about these ideas. Which city should I perform in next? People staking their tokens, people staking tokens in different cities, and the city with the biggest token in 30 days, with the most amount of tokens staked in 30 days, gets the concert. Where should I perform on New Year's Eve? Where should I perform on New Year's Eve? Bang. Which party should I attend on New Year's Eve? Bang. Stake your tokens. The biggest city that stakes, that's where I'm doing my New Year's Eve bash. Okay, that's one of the use cases that I actually recommended to him in terms of how to use it. Bearing in mind he's American, and bearing in mind that by virtue of him being American, he's got to be careful of what is a security, what is not a security. I'll give you another one. Stake your token for 30 days. And if you are in New York and I'm performing in New York, stake your token for 30 days. You could win Golden Circle VIP. I don't know what they call it in concerts, but you can get Golden Circle VIP, whatever else. Okay. So those are 2 ideas that I had for him in terms of utilizing his token to be a real fan token.
I think that because you're selling 2 things, exclusivity and access. That's what the token can provide, exclusivity and access, right? Like, what if I got the set list for every concert 24 hours in advance because I was a holder at this percentage, right? Like, that's what people are craving, right? We all are craving. And to, like, what I would go back to Jason is the benefit you're going to get is you're going to shrink the distance between yourself and your audience, which I think every celebrity, every artist would love that ability to be able to shrink that distance.
How should I do it? How should I do it? Tell me what else I should do.
I think like some of those things like merch discounts, right? Or exclusive merch, right? We saw, of course, like Nike just dropped their shoe with their, NFT holders, just got that exclusive, the Nike RT, whatever the Nike Dunk is that just came out. I think exclusive access, right? So maybe it's that VIP tent. That seems probably really hard to scale, but maybe it's on certain merch where you could only get certain, it's black and white on the public website. If you're a holder of a percentage of my token, you have the access to the red and the blue colors. Therefore, when you're showing up to the show, you're having a red shirt that that only holders of this token, which means I'm a super fan of that celebrity. I think those are the things that we can start to tick off, right? Exclusivity and access. So like access to private, I get the VIP treatment, or even access, like I said, to the set. It doesn't have to be as grandiose as coming to the live event. What if I just had access to your warm-up backstage when you're sitting in the green room and you just had a camera sitting up there, and the only people access to that live stream are your token holders? It gives people holder benefits that I think would stand out for celebrities and creators.
Crash, what do you think, sir?
So that was solid planning and thought process. I would say that I would probably come from the standpoint of like making sure that people understand it's a leverage bet on Jason Derulo. So if you think Jason Derulo is going to be doing good, you should probably bet on that. Obviously it's weird for him because maybe he can't say it like that, whereas like I can I kind of can. But yeah, I would say access, exclusivity, like fans have said. But I think, when I got on the spaces with him, and right, this is all just initial thoughts. Like I haven't taken the time to plan and really think this out. But when I got on the space, Jason said, or I remember Eric Stevens or someone asked him like, so why are you doing this? And he was like, well, I'm still figuring out, how I can add value to people. Like I didn't really plan out why or how I'm going to add value. So like, why did you start a thing without understanding?
You're saying plan it first and then launch. Don't launch
first. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't start a business without a plan. Why would you start a major fan coin where your followers' money is on the line, right? So I would say know how you're going to give people value before you start, whereas he started without knowing how he's going to give value. But that's fine. A lot of the most successful people in the world, they don't overplan, whereas people who aren't successful, they overplan and never do shit, right? So I can understand it. But you definitely got to think and understand where value is going to come from, because if there's no value at all, if there's no reason to believe that 𝗪𝗪𝗀 is going to go higher, why would anyone hold it? So you need to know, why should they hold 𝗪𝗪𝗀 over other things? Why is it actually worth a bet at all? Because otherwise I'll just pull my money out and go put in something else. So why 𝗪𝗪𝗀 over other things? And if you don't even know why, then what the fuck are you doing? Brett, I can tell you exactly why. 𝗤𝗙𝗊, I can tell you exactly why. So you got to know.
Tell me
why.
what just as a matter of interest. Just as a matter of interest, and I'm asking this. Tell me, what is the why of 𝗤𝗙𝗊?
Okay, 𝗤𝗙𝗊 is becoming so big in terms of views and engagements, getting not just on Twitter but on Instagram, and so it's becoming one of the biggest global brands, like in meme coins, where this thing is racking up. If you go check their Instagram, millions and millions of views. Once again, those views convert into attention, and that converts into money, because a lot of people are now recognizing this character, right? Much like, everyone knows who Mickey Mouse is. Mickey Mouse has a value, which I think, Mickey Mouse is open and to the public domain to use, right? But, when there's a character, like, okay, can we all agree Charizard, there's a value in that character, right? Like the Pokemon. So 𝗤𝗙𝗊 is becoming one of the first characters ever from crypto, where people are going to recognize and remember that brand and that character that came from crypto. I actually think 𝗤𝗙𝗊 is the first true character to originate from crypto. And that's a lot of value, because now a lot of people, the first character that ever gets them into crypto will be 𝗤𝗙𝗊 actually. Whereas, Doge was the first thing that got a lot of people into crypto. But now this cycle, right, we're seeing how big they're going on the Web 2 side. So a lot of people, they're finding out about this degenerate monkey who gambles, leverage trades, and loses money and makes money too. But that is actually a magnet where it's bringing in a lot of people, or they actually don't even know that a coin exists about 𝗤𝗙𝗊 right now, but they know 𝗤𝗙𝗊 now, the character, and there's value in that, because you can convert that attention that people know about that character into merch. You can convert that into,
it's very smart.
Events.
It's very smart. I think what you're saying, if I understand what you're saying, normally you get Disney or one of the big houses producing the character, creating the character, and paying for the views by creating good content like good movies and good series. What you're saying here is that the number go up and the Twitter community creates the character, and then people should license the character to make good content. So you kind of flip the model on its head. That's kind of like, that's basically how I see what you've just said. And I actually think it's genius to think about it like that. When you think about it, like, one way to create it is to spend hundreds of millions of dollars creating a Disney series, and then hopefully people fall in love with the character, or create a character first, create the character through number go up.
Now invested into the character, exactly. Now
that's what 𝗕𝗙𝗄 is.
Yes,
because their money's on the line too.
Yes,
Gary Vee is doing that with 𝗕𝗙 right now, where you can own IP before the IP is taken into books, into movies, into TV shows, right? Like, I mean, I have more, 𝗕𝗙 stuff that behind me, because it's the opposite, right? Like, and it is the flip of that. But I think for celebrities, the piece of this that is also missing in this whole circle is ownership. Like, there's a different, like, why have a token if you can have a fan club? The answer is ownership, right? Your fans now have ownership in your success. In a fan club, you have zero own. My fan club dues, like, I use this story as a good one though, but like, I joined Dave Matthews Band is something I've been a fan of for a long time, right? 2002, I joined the fan club under 2,000 people. Now the fan club has over 800,000 people. Do you know what I get as a benefit for being there to the first 2,000 people? Like, 15% instead of 12% discount on tickets. I still pay the same exact price every single month for the fan club. But if I could have bought a percentage of Dave Matthews Band in 2002 and that warehouse fan club, like even like the exclusive access, right? Like I think gym memberships is a great example. Like what if every gym had a certain amount of memberships they sold and you could only get access if someone was selling the membership? What would happen is the gym that was the best at delivering services, the cleanest, the updated their equipment, people would not want to sell their membership. It'd be an exclusive membership. The membership prices would go up. Celebrities have to think about that as well, right? Think about it from the standpoint of what could my people own with me as they grow? And like, I mean, I think there were some NFT projects that did it. Like, I can't remember. It might've been Snoop that gave like a half of 1% of the revenue off of one of his songs. If you owned it, I know Timberland, like I own one of Timberland's NFTs.
I think
like
the problem
as well. Like
I think the problem with that is it becomes a security, but I kind of get what you're saying. But I think I've had a paradigm shift here today. I think Crash, I got to thank you for that because I think you've had a paradigm shift. What you're saying, what you said tonight is something that I've really got to think about, and that is you can either spend hundreds of millions of dollars creating content first, or you can create the meme coin first and get the community, grow the community first, get the community to spread the word, and then the community can own the character together, so to speak. The only thing that I'm struggling is in terms of the copyright. So in other words, if I wanted to make a Punky, if I wanted to steal Punky and use him in a movie now, who owns that copyright? I mean, it's a meme. It's kind of owned by everyone. So if I wanted to use Punky and use it in a movie,
similarly, they would want you to because more exposure to it, more value to all their holders. So I think it's how do you don't have to think about.
Interesting because you don't want to misrepresent the character in a movie. So I actually know that you probably would have to talk to them, right? Because
but
you don't
who's
want,
them?
like,
isn't it supposed to be isn't it supposed to be a decentralized community? I mean, there's no DAO. Right. There's no who do I talk to? Who do I phone?
We're still in the early days of this. Think about Ponky to me is if you found Mickey Mouse in the first couple years that Mickey Mouse was invented and you got to bet on it through a token. That's what Ponky is right now, I think. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ponky sees it in a different way on how their future is going to go down. Maybe they think, okay, we've created a global crypto megastar in Ponky. And now through that, we can actually create, platforms like, XYZ platform. For example, they could build the open sea of meme coins. Right, because everyone knows Ponky, and you've built that brand credibility. You've created that love around the brand that now you can create the platform, that originates from the brand, like the open sea of meme coins.
I think as you said, there's probably one more level. There's only one more level, and that one more level would be that we just got to work out who has the ownership and who has the licensing rights, so that I guess if no one has the ownership and no one has the licensing rights, then no one can legally use it or not legally use it, and then no one actually benefits from it. I guess we've got to kind of work out who owns the actual licensing rights. I guess for the Pepe and Brett, that's quite easy because we kind of know who owns the licensing rights. But for the new characters that we're all creating here, we've got to work it out. Guys, we're out of time. We're actually 12 minutes over time. But I do think today's been one of the most valuable discussions because it hasn't been a fluff discussion. It's actually been like a real future of meme coins. I've loved having you guys on the show. I love the format of less people on the show. So thank you very much. Much love from the Banter fam. We'll see you guys again soon. As I promised, I will do one-on-ones with both of you very, very, very soon. So thank you to the community. So thanks, guys, to the community. We will be doing the giveaway of the baked tokens, but before that, I do want to give some love to another one of our sponsors. It's not the sponsor that 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏, which is the PayPay, but it is this one, which is Scrat. So again, we're talking about characters that can be lovable and fun. I love this character. What is this character? As you can see, he's quite an awkward-looking squirret. That's why they call him Scrat. He's half a squirrel, half a rat. Again, I think if Crash is right and that creates the content, that's good. Partnerships with 𝗬𝗢𝗎𝗓, partnerships with 𝗕𝗓𝗏𝗄𝗎, listing on 𝗕𝗓𝗏𝗄𝗎, You've got you've got about, let's just quickly see the number of holders, 5,400 holders, $50 million market cap, amazing content, like crazy good content, and actually like real world partnerships. So they've got a partnership with a 𝗕𝗥 card. So this is the next sponsor of our show. Anyway, we're going to go into the baked giveaways. As I said, the baked giveaways, you had to go to my Twitter and drop your SOL address here. I'm quickly just going to refresh that just so we get everything in here. I still see some less salty people, but there are some salty people in the chat, as you can see. People saying that we scammed. I'm going to say the following, and I'm going to put this out to the community. So the people in the chat here, what they're saying is that I sniped my own token, and I used this peppermint bot who actually admitted that I sniped the token, right? Is that true? That's what people are saying in the chat. I'm willing to say the following. Anyone who can bring any evidence that I own a peppermint, used peppermints, and sniped this token, I will give you $1 million in cash. I will give you, if you can prove the bullshit that you're saying here in the chat, if you can prove that I used this bot or anyone related to me, not even me, anyone related to me, sniped this token, using this peppermint, whatever, if you can link me in any way to it, I will give you personally $1 million in cash. I'll send you USDC. I'll send you $1 million in USDC. Because there's absolutely no way, as I said, you can see all the evidence is on chain. They've even admitted it over here. I do think that the sniper is out now. And I think that Based is primed. You see it settling at a certain level, and I think I'm almost sure it will end up going back up. It happens to all launches. I think that this has just been a very high thing. Yeah, put it out there. If anyone can prove that we are linked in any way to the sniper bot, $1 million, you can have it. Here it is. It's live. You guys can all hear it. I wish I did, because then I would have had $3 million. I could have given you one, but I didn't. And believe me, the last thing that I wanted was to get sniped, but we did get sniped. But as I say, the good news is the sniper is out, and he's out of our way now, and it's all gone. And then, to be honest, the truth is that if you still have hate, then honestly unsubscribe, but don't come back here, because we do everything in good faith. Again, I don't own a bake token. I gave all the GUMMY tokens away for free, and I'm really just doing this for the community. So, if you're going to accuse me of sniping to dump on my followers, sniping my own token to dump on my own followers, what kind of idiot would I be? I'm playing the long-term game here. Really, I'm playing the long-term game here. And if I were going to snipe my own token to dump within the first 20 minutes, honestly, is that really the strategy? For someone who's basically given away tokens to the community. So I must say, quite disappointing that you guys think that, especially when, and again, I think that if this tweet hadn't been published, then I would have agreed with you guys that you could do it, that maybe it could have been us, maybe. But again, I'm saying to you, we specifically launched it on a fair launch platform, so everybody got the token, the contract at exactly the same time. Then we posted on Twitter, then we posted onto Radium. So again, for those of you who are complaining, for those of you who are saying we're scammers, here we go. You put your money where I'm putting my money where my mouth is. You put your money where your mouth is. I'm giving you $1 million if you can link me in any way to that snipe, that peppermint snipe or whatever else. If you can prove that I did it, anyone that I know did it, if you can prove that I've licensed the peppermint software, if you can prove any of that, I will give you $1 million. I will give you $1 million. Again, the sniper's out. The token is found its price stability. I guess the token will probably start going up. It's recovering. And I guess now it's time to start doing the giveaway, because that's what I promised you guys. So I want to make this the most fair out of anything. And I know you guys always complain that I choose verified addresses. How do I not choose verified addresses? We have a non-verified address here from someone who is a big fan of the show. I know he's here in the chat, Nicholas Gassan. Let's send him some tokens. Let's send him some baked tokens. Don't dump the tokens, because if you dump the tokens, you're going to be the one ruining the price, dude. So don't dump the tokens, sir. And I'm going to send him 1 million tokens. No, 100,000 tokens. There we go. There's your 100. Sir, that's your 100,000 tokens today. And those are now gone. All right, let's carry on going down the list. I need people who are unverified. I need people who are unverified, because otherwise people accuse me of giving the verified people only.
What
Which guy? But up.
It's Iron Man. Wait till you see Iron Man.
Iron Man. Okay, hold on. Let's just see. You said there's a guy here called Iron Man.
No, he's got an Iron Man picture of you. A little bit more.
This guy.
No, right there on top.
This guy. Oh, this guy. He made memes the whole Banter fam, and he's not verified. Oh, he is verified. Okay, but so we'll give him. He's one of the verified people. I guess the same people that are saying that we exit scammed our community because of the peppermint bot. Let's go here and we should send this guy some tokens. Let's send him 100. What's it? 100,000 tokens. Let's send that. Let's think of let's do another one. Again, I want people that are unverified. So we had some verified people. Let's get some unverified people. I don't know how. I know where we can go. We can go to notifications. Here, Marco Rodriguez is unverified. There we go. And I'm going to send him some love as well. Then I'm also going to send somebody else some love. And I think this is someone who you guys will actually all agree with me deserves the love. And I'll tell you why she deserves the love in a second. So let me first. There we go. Okay, I've sent him. Now, there is one person who really, really, really deserves love. And you guys will probably agree with me that this person deserves love. She is the person who runs the social media account for Baked. She ran it for GUMMY as well. She's amazing. She is our intern. She does this on the weekends. This is actually not part of her job. Running social media accounts for Memecoins was not part of her job description. I'm going to send her a little gift. I hope you guys are okay with that. That is internal, but I mean, I guess she deserves it. She really, really, really does deserve it. Someone who's been absolutely loyal and worked really, 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 really hard to do GUMMY and keep everybody updated. So I'm going to send her a little gift as well. And you guys saw it. So it's completely transparent and it came out of the giveaways account. So don't complain. There we go. She hopefully has her tokens. There we go. Let's carry on. We have Nathan here, who's also unverified. Let's just send him $2,000 as well. Just to make his Sunday a better Sunday. Here we go. Oh, you know who I want to send? You know who I want to send a gift to? I'll tell you who I want to send a gift to. The person who built the website for Baked. You know the girl who built the website for us. You know who that is, Josh? No idea. Okay, so there we go. I've sent another $2,000 worth of Baked. Hold on, let me get the person that built out the beautiful website. Hold on, let me just ask. And remember the $1 million, guys. Remember the $1 million. If you can link us in any way whatsoever to the peppermint bot and the person that actually dumped, please send me your proof. You can DM it to me on Twitter. If you manage to link us, you can have $1 million. You've heard it here. Someone says these people get paid. Yeah, but they don't get paid to launch meme coins. They get paid to do it. And also, guys, if you dump these Baked, I'll kick your asses. Okay, let's carry on with some more giveaways. Let's go some more giveaways. People that are dumping their sole address in here. Another Oziomo who is. Oh, this guy's having a baby due in October. This would be so helpful. I like that story. Crypto God 92, and also unverified because you guys accuse me of. I mean, no matter what I do, people accuse me. No matter what I do, give away free tokens. People accuse you. Giving it to verified people only. Let's put 100,000 to 100. There we go. $2,000 to you for your new baby. All right, I'm gonna do 2 more today. We'll keep the rest for next week, and I am gonna do one for the social media girl, the girl who built our website. I think she absolutely deserves it. Bless me. I need wife changing money. Oh, too fast. Okay, here. Ooh, too fast. Okay, this one. I'm gonna quickly grab this one. Bang, Jordan, unverified. You see, unverified people. Jordan. Let's send Jordan some tokens. Do not dump these tokens. If you dump these tokens, you're the one killing the price. We're trying to get the price to the moon, and I think now it can go to the moon because the sniper's out. The buyers will come in. The market makers will come in. There's exchange listings happening tomorrow. You heard it here first. There are exchange listings happening tomorrow. Please Have I pressed send here? I forgot if I pressed send or not. I haven't. Okay, if I have, the guy's getting 2 batches. That's just the way it is. Okay, I'm going to do one more on the show today. Let me ask the... Okay, let's see if we can find one over here. Nico, he's unverified Nico. So again, I've done the unverified people for you guys. Unverified, there we go. And let me send you some tokens. This is the last one we're doing today, by the way. All right, so that is it for today. Again, much love to you guys. As you saw, we showed you transparently what the baked... first of all, I think the discussion today was absolutely amazing. Actually talking deeply about what the future of meme coins is and how meme coins are going to work. Also, I think going into baked and showing you how the market actually works. There are snipers that make money. I hate saying it, but the Peppermint sniper seems like a fucking good sniper to have sniped so many and so quickly. I wish that it was me who sniped it, but it wasn't. And if you can prove it was me, you got yourself $1 million. Imagine what you could do with $1 million. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. I'm back, normal programming. I'm back from LA, normal programming, lots to do, lots of market update as usual. Guys, I really do care about every user here. For people like Degen.Fund, who says scammer, and I think there's some other ones here who says scammer. Yeah, it's mainly Degen.Fund. Who else? Reach out to me on Twitter. And if again, I've given you guys free tokens. I haven't taken any of these tokens for myself. 𝗬𝗢𝗓, I didn't take a single token for myself. Baked, all the wallets are going to be labeled, and you'll see that those tokens don't belong to us. There's 30%, 10% is going to exchanges and market makers, 20% is going to the airdrops, of which the 10% is going to GUMMY airdrops. Anyone who still thinks that we're scamming, anyone who wants to have a conversation, DM me on Twitter. We can have the conversation. We'll take it from there. Otherwise, I guess that Baked is starting to recover. It's back at 25. I think, okay. I know where this is. I know where this is going. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, trade well, my friends.